light of some recent events. So I will get going. So this is I'm going to talk about professional northerners and what makes a professional northern. You may have noticed I'm kind of northern from Sheffield. I'm getting a bit of a northern coming this far north actually. But I'm going to talk to you about what professional northerners are and what they're not. Basically, they're not here, so somewhere down in the Midlands, that's not the north, even though people from London may tell you the Watford Gap is north, it definitely is not. It's much more of an attitude a little bit further north. It's definitely not here either, that's a weird place. The far northeast is, I've been to Newcastle a couple of times. It's lovely, it's very cultural, but people walking around with no shirts on in freezing cold weather, they're just mental. So for me that's not north, but the north to me is here, as you may have noticed, it's pointing slap bang Yorkshire, and actually it's probably actually round here, which is Sheffield, really. I'm a bit of a, again, like a book fascist, I'm a bit of a northern fascist as well. So what is professional northern and not? Well, it's not Torquay here with his jumper around his neck. I mean, he's in the cold when it's warm. Either put it on or put it in your bag. He's got bits of nuts, he's got glasses of wine, he's sat in a lovely wine bar with his slick back hair. So what makes a professional northerner? There are lots of attributes that make a professional northerner. And I'm going to talk about a few. I've then got kind of a rundown, like it's not a top 10 because I can't remember how many I counted to, but there's a top 10 there's a list of what makes a professional northerner. So they're definitely miserable, as you can see. The majority of the time I'm miserable. So we're quite independent. I think following the Scottish vote there may be a push for an independent Yorkshire. Try to be articulate, or at least we think we are, and because we're from Yorkshire, we just get on with it. Like if anyone's listening to Jeff Boycott, that's exactly what he is. Argumentative, politically minded, kind of autistic, and this is the clincher, predominantly male, because most women don't give a shit, but men are really bothered about it. So, who are the candidates? We've got an array of candidates here, so I'm going to talk through each one and kind of their pros and cons and something you might not have heard of, and then I'll finish off with who my ultimate professional northerner is. So, recently, David Cameron suggested that William Hague was kind of a professional northerner, the greatest living Yorkshireman. I did a quick Google search last night and found this picture, and I think this shows that he is not, and neither is this person, who at one point may have been considered a professional northerner and may have made the list. However, recent events showed him to be other than a professional nice person. This is Brian Blessed, seen here in Flash Gordon, a professional northerner. A fantastic person, but not my professional. This Marquis Smith of the Fall, very visual, very articulate. Unfortunately, he's from Manchester, so it doesn't count. It's not Sheffield, it's not Yorkshire, it's the wrong side of the Pennines. Sorry, Mark. He qualifies on lots of levels, but just his locality. The same for Morrissey. When I was a kid, I grew up listening to the Smiths. I love the Smiths. I love the introspection, the miserableness, the articulate lines, all that other thing. But again, Morrissey, you're from Manchester, mate. It's just not going to work. So David Hockney, maybe one of the greatest living artists, Bradford born, does amazing work, but spent far too much time over in California painting swimming pools. We're not swimming pools in Yorkshire. We don't have all that sunshine. The same with Alan Bennett. Again, he really plays on that. I'm from Leeds in the world, that little world, there's a biscuit under the settee tap. But again, he spent loads of time in London under the footlight, so he's a false northerner. Paul Heaton, one of my heroes, because basically listening to the House Martins when I was a kid on my Walkman taught me about politics. And also he's a Sheffield United fan, so he qualifies on that level. Unfortunately, he's from Hull. This one's close. So this is one place. This is Sean Bean. He's a Renton northerner. Now again, Sean's from Sheffield. He's a Sheffield United fan, so he qualifies on lots of levels. But it just seems such a. If you need a northerner, you call Sean Bean for a voice over, and it just doesn't cut it for me. Jarvis Cocker from Sheffield, kind of perfect really. I went to the same scout troop with Jarvis Cocker. Articulate. I love his music. He embodies everything, but he's not my professional northerner. This man is the voice of Tetley T, previously a teacher in Barnsley before he was put out of obscurity to be a football teacher in Kes, and he's such a great man. I mean, look at that face. The face that sunk 1,000 ships, that curdled milk at 100 yards. And this is what sums up Brian Glover for me. So you play to your strengths in this game. My strength is a bald-headed, rough-looking Yorkshireman, and that's kind of how he lived his life. I mean, if you look up Brian Glover and you look at his achievements, it's amazing. The films he was in and the things he produced is amazing. So thank you very much. That was